You know, the closest form of governance to the people, that is the local government, or you call it grassroots, is expected to be the most potent instrument to mobilize people for participation in governance. This third tier of government is also saddled with the responsibility of fostering adequate development in our local communities. But by all indications, major local government across Nigeria seems to be performing below expectations. Over time, President Buhari has blamed state governors for being responsible for the stunted development in the hinterland communities by pocketing statutory funds allocated to local governments. Some parts of the blame have also been allotted to the local government chairman. On the program today, we'll be looking at Nigeria's grassroots governance and how effective it is, and how much of a no does the people have, with this kind of administration. Joining me now is Dele Oshinowo, who's the executive chairman, Agboyi-Ketu local government development area here in Lagos State, Nigeria's southwest region. Chairman Oshinowo, good to see you, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
Well, I understand you came straight from the campaign grounds. Perhaps let's start by asking how the campaigns are going. Your party is going into the election in Lagos State.
Yeah, we actually are much into it now. We're moving from street to street. We're canvassing our voters. And as you all know, that this is different from the previous election. People are using beavers and all that. So there are a lot of our people out there canvassing for votes. And as you all know, that this is the state Astrology came from, Astrology Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And we are not going to, we're going to win, yeah? We're going to win, but we're just not going to allow, allow some of our members to sit at home, believing that we're going to win. We need to work hard. We need to produce more votes. We need to encourage people to come out and vote. And we encourage people to pick up their PVCs. And this is what we have been doing. And we'll surely come February 25th, Astrology Bola Ahmed Tinubu will come out as the winner.
Well, it's good to think that amongst many local government chairmen in the country, you're one of those that is always willing to explain how governance is when it comes to the people, grassroots. Perhaps let's now jump in deep. Your chairman, Agboyi-Ketu development area in Lagos. For some people, they don't understand grassroots governance. Sometimes we see people talk about pointing accusing fingers at the federal government. Perhaps those are issues that fall within the purview of the state, or sometimes at the state, when sometimes it should be within the local government.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a better place to start. Just give us a sense so that we can break it down in a layman's language.
Okay.
I live in Lagos. How do I know what falls within your local government, for instance?
Okay, thank you very much. Local government is the closest to the grassroots, to the people, and there are some issues that needs to be solved by the local government, like primary health care. They should be primary responsibility of the local government. Primary schools, primary education should be the responsibility of the local government, and also the minor federal road, trunk C roads, are for the local government to maintain and reconstruct, rehabilitate, and also the sporting activities actually start from the grassroots. So if you want to be the best player in the world, you must start from the grassroots. So local government have to create an enabling environment for all this. And also the security of your community starts with the local government. That's the reason why we do have what they call peace and security meeting, that have the membership of the police, all the security agencies.
So sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you, because it's quite notable to see that sports also is something that the local government deals with. Grassroots sports.
Yeah.
You also spoke about primary school, primary health care, which is the PHC.
Yeah.
And before I stopped you there, we were talking about security, which many Lagosians will be excited to hear how the local government helps in ensuring that we sleep and walk freely.
Yeah. As I was saying, we do have our peace and security meeting twice a month, whereby we meet all the security agencies, religious bodies, the market women, the head of the market associations, and the national orientation agencies, the immigration, and all of them are part of it, whereby we deliberate on the activities of security activities in our community. And through there will be a lot of information, a lot of advice on how to go forward. And from there, we advise the police, we support the police with the necessary logistics and that is needed. And so that also we allow sometime whistleblowing, for people to come out and tell us if there's any emergency or new faces, people that they don't know in their community that might probably, commit an offense, so they should raise an alarm. And this is what we have been doing. And Lagos State, in terms of security, I think I'll score Lagos State high in terms of the state government and in relation to the local government, because it is mandatory for all the local government and FCD in Lagos State to have their peace and security minimum of 2 meetings in a month, and this has actually been helping. Recently, we decided to purchase a power bike for the police or our divisional police station, and with the area command, so that it will aid in combating crimes and all that. Especially in terms of traffic, the congestion. It will help them to go there. So
that's more like a community policing. Engaging the police force, ensuring that the divisional police station in your locality, yes, also helps in ensuring peace and security.
As I said, we do that. We bought some vehicles for them across Lagos State. We bought Hilux for all the police in partnership with the Lagos State government. We've been assisting them. In terms of logistics, we provide logistics for them. In terms of welfare, we've been doing that. And that's the reason why Lagos will always be score high in terms of security. And this is one of the creation of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is one of the reasons why he decided to create additional 37 SADA. And we are independent of the state government. And our Excellency, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has been a partner, in development of the Grassroots. He has been supporting us in everything we do, and we are in terms of our funding. We get our fund directly from the.
I was going to get there, because that was why at the start of the program I had to make reference to what concern the president has concerning local government, where he specifically put the blame on the table of the governors, saying you are starving the local governments of funding. But you said that's not the case in Lagos.
This is not the case. We decide on how we want to spend our money. The government doesn't get involved. Rather, we ask him to support us more, provide additional funding for us if we need it. And he has been doing that. And I can tell you, Lagos State has been a shining example of grassroots governance. We are among all the 57 LG and LCDA. We're having a solid relationship among ourselves. If you're having a project and the other person doesn't understand how you implement it, we'll call ourselves, we'll ask ourselves, how you doing it?
So like a peer review mechanism.
Yes.
We just had a meeting. You compare notes.
We compare notes. We had a meeting today, and we'll discuss about some activities that we need to do in terms of development in Lagos State, in terms of road construction, rehabilitation, and all these things. If our governor is not in support of it, we won't be able to achieve it.
Wait a minute, Chairman Oshinowo, are you saying that there are some roads here in Lagos that the local governments, fix? For instance, in your locality, you've been able to fix some roads.
Yeah. I've done several roads. I've rehabilitated several.
Do the people know that?
They do know. But the difference is, recently, about a couple of months ago, last year, September, I actually organized a town hall meeting with Lagos Stock, and we were able to discuss about it. A lot of people don't even understand what chunk A, chunk B, chunk C road are. So we're able to tell them, we're able to tell them the difference between legislature and the executive. They should know what they should be expecting from their legislators. They should know what they should be expecting from the executives. Whereby here in Nigeria, they believe that everybody in politics have the same job. We have, we have the executive, judiciary, and the legislature. So they need to know the difference. You see, we need more.
So the way it is, on the state or national level, so it is in the local government.
Yeah.
So you also have your legislative arm in your local government.
Yeah, definitely. And we have councillors.
And those are the councillors.
Yeah, they are in charge. They do oversight function. They look at our budget. They pass it. They scrutinize any of our activities and all that. They monitor our project and all that. This is what we have been doing in Lagos. And Lagos State has been a shining example, as I said. Our local government are effective, they're efficient. Yes, you might have one or two complaints, people, but we're getting there in Lagos.
Certainly there are complaints, but again, specifically, you're here speaking, making us have a bird's eye view of local government administration and how well people can understand and know when to reach out to their councillors or local government. You said a whole lot about primary health care and primary school. And if there's anything that concerns, many Nigerians will be teachers. And primary school teachers would then mean that you should be able to also cater to these people. And one of the greatest concern has to do with housing. I've seen sometimes people say the reward of teachers in heaven. And I say no. I want to see the reward.
Yeah.
So as a local government administrator, what can you and your colleagues possibly do in ensuring better primary, schooling and better primary healthcare, services?
Okay. In Lagos State, the state government and the local government have actually partnered to SUBEB, State Universal Basic Education Board. There's a contribution that we do every month that looks after the teachers, the welfare of the teachers. And if you look at what our governor have been doing recently, Governor Sanwo-Olu, he has been providing enabling environment for them to key into the housing provision in Lagos State. We have been giving them opportunity to key into the mortgage at the single digit, whereby any teacher that is interested in buying one of the government the housing estate the government is providing, so they are free to do that. And even recently, actually provided them with cars and all that. And at the local government level, what we have been doing is to provide them health insurance, free health insurance.
Did you say free health insurance?
Yes. My local government just launched the first phase of it. It's about 2,500 free for good 1 year. So we're giving not just the teachers, every resident of Agboyi-Ketu who are unable to, buy as small as paracetamol. So we're providing them, and we're planning to do over 10,000 within this year. So this is what we've been doing. We're actually partnered with LASHMA, Ilero-Eco, Lagos State Health Management Agency, and it's affordable. So this is part of what we're doing now. We're giving it to all of them free of charge. Whoever cannot afford, to go to any clinic, so you're free to come to the local government and get one.
I was going to ask you, when you spoke about security, I said I've had calls to speak with the NDLEA director of media, Femi Babafemi, and some of the key concern I started, nursing is looking at how local governments, chairmen or administrators can help in the fight against drug and drug abuse, and also, we'll talk about area boys. These are people that also need help. I don't know if you see them that way, that these are people who need help, and perhaps as an administrator in that local government, it should concern you. Are there policies or are there programs?
Yeah, we have a lot of programs.
To rehabilitate and engage these ones.
In terms of rehabilitation, empowerment, and all that. Recently, the NDLA just posted a coordinator to Kushofe local government. Under Kushofe local government, we have 2 LCDA. So which one, my LCDA is one of it. And we've been partnering with them, coming up with programs, sensitization program and advocacies that we've been coming up for in terms of rehabilitation. We have NGOs that we've actually partnered with, to retrain them. And we as a local government will provide them with the tools, the funding, the seed fund to start. This is what we have been doing. We've been encouraging them, inviting them for programs, different programs in terms related to drugs taking, abuse and all that. And we haven't improved. The effect will not come immediately, but later in the future you'll see that things are changing around the local government in Lagos State. This is what we're doing. We have an association called Conference 57 in Lagos State. All the local government and LCDA are members of that conference. We deliberate on such. We do things together. We approve things together. We know that, okay, this is a program that will be appreciated if all the local government can come together and and implement it. And we've been doing that, and that's going to go a long way for us. So this has been there since the creation of, they have our Association of Local Government of Nigeria, ALGON, but in Lagos State we call it Conference 57, and this is the doing of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Actually the reason why they formed the Conference 57 is to foster development across board in Lagos State, and this has actually helped us, especially some local government. Our allocation is not the same, but sometimes we partner together so that we can make sure that the same development cut across all the 57 LG and LCD.
And transportation or motor paths also fall, I think,
under the purview of the local government.
Purview of the local government. Yeah. And sometimes when you travel, we travel and we see what obtains outside, the country. Are you looking to fixing the outlook of park operations? Perhaps maybe in conjunction with the local government Ministry of Transportation in your locality. Can local government administrators also, give us a sense of sanity at our motor parks?
You see, if you look at what the team agenda of our governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, transport and traffic management is the first pillar of it, and there's a design from when Asiwaju was the executive governor of Lagos State to have a universal transport system in Lagos State, and we've partnered together as stats. It takes time. You don't need to start. You can't kick out those people who have been there, who have been running the transportation system. It takes a while. Bit by bit, we are reforming them. We're reforming the outlook of the parks and garages. And if you look at what the governor just did recently, we have a mini buses, plying our minor feeder roads now in the local government. We're having a new garages, government, the Ministry of Transportation is, taking care of all the garages, and this is in partnership with us. It is not just the state, but the local government, we're actively involved in this, and we're developing a robust plan towards having, the best transportation system in Nigeria. Presently, Lagos is still one of the best, is the best in Nigeria, but by the time Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, by the time we'll be completing his tenure, you will see a different transportation system in Lagos State. You can see the blue rail, the red rail coming up. There's a lot of activity that is coming up around transportation corridors.
And let's see if we can close on this. At what point do you think we'll stop seeing people, homeless people? Housing is still a big problem in Lagos.
Okay. In my own local government, and some of my other colleagues, they are keying into it now. We actually started a housing development in my local government, and as of today, we've actually constructed about 261 units. And we actually asked people to come and key into it. And as I'm talking now, we started selling it at 16.5 million.
Hold on, housing for the poor or housing for the rich?
Now, can I quickly say something now? Presently, there's nothing like low-cost housing. We have what they call affordable housing. Now, affordable housing is what the middle class can afford, which is about 16.5 million to 18 million naira. And Agboyi-Ketu have decided to look outside the box, you know, to do something else, which is the real estate, to invest in the real estate. And we actually plan to have about 1,361. But as of today, we've actually clocked to 61. And we're looking at commissioning it before middle of this month, or February.
Well, that looks like business for your local government, and if that is, then perhaps we'll be talking business.
I don't think we're actually not doing it for business.
No, it looks like people pay. No, I'm trying to make you understand something. Since it's business, perhaps my business team will also be having conversations with you.
I will appreciate that, but at the same time, the reason why we're doing this is to generate revenue for the local government, so that we can, you know, bring out, you know, make the community, our local government, feel safer, and we'll be able to provide better roads and better health facility and educational facility for our local government.
I really look forward to us having this conversation again, so that we can actually stretch it. Once again, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much
for coming on Politics HQ.
All right.